Hello everyone, I'm Sparky Jr., your SunGuard eSchool Plus video trainer. These short videos are designed to familiarize you with our new student information system and the accompanying gradebook. In each video, we will cover job-specific tasks that you may need to complete in the course of your daily work. Today we are going to enter an assignment in Teacher Access Center, also known as TAC. Today I'm logged into our sandbox environment as Teacher 1, and I'm sitting at my home page. There are two ways to enter your gradebook, also known as your gradebook entry screen. The first one is your gradebook drop down. You then choose entry, or you can go to the class here, go over to the gradebook entry icon, which is the black book with the pencil. Click on that. Both of those will take you to the same place, to the grid. And you'll see here, once the screen refreshes, all the assignments and grades that have already been entered. You'll notice the class name up here along with the marking period you currently are sitting in. If you wanted to switch to another class, you would click this change button and you could select a different class to go to. As you see, all these assignments here, the three fields that display on the outside on the gradebook grid are the title of the assignment, the due date of the assignment, and the point value of the assignment. And it is in order by due date. As you can see, if I scroll across, we'll see we got assignments all the way through this first marking period, which ends on 10/22. So to enter an assignment, you want to go to the icon that looks like a piece of paper with a little plus symbol. Click on that and that'll open up a new window. This is called your assignment details drawer. In here you have to fill in certain fields. Any of them with an asterisk next to them are required, otherwise you will not be able to save the assignment. So I'll put in a little name here, random name. Two ways to put in dates. First way is to enter the date manually. And I'm going to enter 10/16/2015, which falls within the first marking period of the school year. And then the other way is you can click on the calendar, which will take you to today's date, but since we're in April, I'll have to backtrack to get back into the first 9 weeks. And the way this calendar works, you see a lot of these numbers are grayed out. That either indicates it's a weekend, a holiday, day off of school, or future dates in a different marking period. So I want to select a date within this marking period, so I'll select the due date as the 20th. Description is not required, but recommended, especially since you'll be publishing your assignments. This will help the parent and or student understand exactly what that assignment is. The next field is the category. Now in this environment we only have one category, that's all that's required, but in your environment you may have multiple categories in which to choose from, so you'll want to make sure you select the right category for that assignment. We're going to skip over rubrics and competencies. That's for any standards-based teacher, and we'll cover that in a future tutorial. Give your assignment the point value that it's worth. Weight will default to 1, which in almost all cases should remain 1 unless you want to bump it up double. You can make it a 2, or you can just double the points and keep it a 1. Either way will work. The next field is your extra credit. It defaults to not extra credit because the bulk of your assignments are obviously not going to be extra credit, but if you do want to make an assignment an extra credit assignment, you'll come here and you'll select. The bulk of you will be doing total points, so you'll select add the total points. And what that would do, for example, is if a student had 100 points at this point out of a possible 120 and you gave him a 5-point extra credit assignment and he got all 5 points, he would now have 105 points out of a total of 120. It'll add points to his total, but add no more points to the overall total of the class. The next field is your publish field. This is how you send your assignment off to the Home Access Center, or HAC. Right now it's empty, there's nothing in here, so that means it's not being sent out. By default, that is what it's set at. So in order to get it out to HAC, we want to click at least once. That will send the assignment out there. Now if you graded it and it was only set to half, it would only show the assignment and no grades. So in order to show the assignment and the grades, you want to click on this twice, and that's probably the setting you'll want to use. The last field is cannot be dropped. And this really only factors in if you're a teacher that uses the feature of lowest score gets dropped. And this would, if you were to check it, would mean that this assignment, even if the student scored, this was his lowest score for the 9 weeks, could not be dropped because you had this checked. So obviously by default it's not checked because you will rarely use this field. Once you have all these fields in, especially the required ones, you'll click Save. The screen will refresh. Eventually, and then you'll be able to scroll over and grab that assignment and enter grades. Here we go. So when we scroll over, we'll see the empty column of our Spark test assignment, 2-1-10-20. In a future tutorial, I'll show you guys how you can enter grades. There's a couple different ways in which to do that. But one last thing I want to show you is if you actually entered this assignment and then decided now you're not going to give it to them and you want to remove it, you simply click on the pink area up here for the assignment. That will open up the assignment details drawer for that assignment. And as long as you have no grades entered at this time, you can go ahead and delete it. Now if you did and you didn't mean to, you can remove those grades and then come in here and delete the assignment. It'll ask you a second time if you truly want to do this. And you just say yes. The screen will refresh again. And don't worry, in your environment, these screens will be much faster. The sandbox environment's a little bit slower. And you can scroll across, and you no longer see that assignment there. So I hope that you found this to be helpful to you as you enter our new gradebook and student information system. And remember, Sparky Jr. says learning eSchool Plus is easy peasy.